Gravitation, question number 1. The gravitational force between 2 point masses m1 and m2 separated by distance r, F is equal to k m1 into m2 upon r square. Value of constant k. Option A depends upon the medium between the masses. Option B depends upon the system of units only. Option C depends upon both A and B. Option D is independent of both A and B. So now we know gravitational force between 2 point masses m1 and m2. 2 point masses m1 and m2 with distance r between them. According to Newton's law of gravity, we get the formula F is equal to k m1 m2 upon r square will depend upon the system of units only. So option B depends upon system of units only is the correct answer. Which one of the following is the evidence to show that there must be a force acting on the earth and which is directed towards the sun? So option A, apparent motion of the sun around the earth. Option B, deviation of the freely falling bodies towards east. Option C, phenomenon of day and night. Option D, the evolution of the earth around the sun. So we know the evidence to show that there must be a force acting on the earth and which is directed towards the sun is revolution of the earth around the sun. So option D is the correct answer. Question 3. Two spheres of masses m1 and m2 are separated by a distance and situated in air, and the gravitational force of attraction between them is F. If two spheres are kept in a liquid of specific gravity 5, then the gravitational force between them will be. Now we know the gravitational force F between the two spheres will be equal to F because F is independent of the medium. So F is independent of the medium, in which the two bodies are placed. So option C, F is the correct answer. Question number 4. The gravitational force of attraction between two bodies each of unit mass and whose centers are separated by a unit distance in vacuum is numerically equal to. Now we know numerically equal to universal gravitational constant G. So option B, G is equal to the correct answer. Question 5. The dimensional formula for G is, we know that F is equal to G m1 into m2 upon r square. So G is F r square upon m1 m2 L raised to 3 m raised to minus 1 t raised to minus 2 are the dimensions for gravitational constant G. So option C, L raised to 3 m raised to minus 1 t raised to minus 2 is the correct answer. Question 6. The values of the acceleration due to gravity on two planets are G1 and G2. If G1 is equal to G2, then the two planets must have the same. Now for any planet, value for G is equal to Gm upon r square. G1 is equal to G2. So this will be written as Gm1 upon r1 square is equal to Gm2 upon r2 square. So now m1 upon r1 square is equal to m2 upon r2 square. The two planets must have same value of mass upon radius square. So option D, mass upon radius square is the correct answer. Question 7. If G is the universal constant of gravitation and small g is the acceleration due to gravity, then the dimensions of capital G by small g are. Now we know capital G upon small g. Dimension for capital G, L raised to 3, m raised to minus 1, t raised to minus 2 upon dimensions of small g, L raised to 1, m raised to 0, t raised to minus 2. On solving we get L square, m raised to minus 1, L raised to 2, m raised to minus 1 and t raised to 0. So L square, m raised to minus 1, t raised to 0, that is option B is the correct answer. Question 8. If the earth suddenly shrinks to half of its present size, then the acceleration due to gravity will be. So we know G is equal to Gm upon r square. G dash will be Gm upon r by 2 the whole square, which will give us 4 Gm upon r square. But we know Gm upon r square is nothing but small g. So G dash is equal to 4 times G. So option D, 4G is the correct answer. Question 9. A body weighs 72 Newton on the surface of the earth. What is the gravitational force acting on it due to the earth at the height equal to half the radius of the earth from the surface? Option A 16 Newton, option B 32 Newton, option C 8 Newton, option D 48 Newton. So we know G dash upon G is equal to Gm upon R plus H the whole square into R square upon Gm, which on solving we get R square upon R plus R by 2 the whole square. G dash is equal to G into R square into 4 upon 9 R square G. G is already taken away here. So which gives us 4 by 9 G. Force is equal to 72 into 4 by 9, which on solving we get 32 Newton. So option B 32 Newton is the correct answer. Question 10. The mean radius of the planet is 6.67 into 10 raised to 3 kilometer. The acceleration due to gravity on its surface is 10 meter per second square. If G is equal to 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square, then the mass of the planet will be. Now we know G is equal to Gm upon R square. Value for R is given as 6.67 into 10 raised to 3 kilometer, which is equal to 6.67 into 10 raised to 6 meter. So N can be now written as G R square upon capital G, which is 10 into 6.67 into 10 raised to 6 into 6.67 into 10 raised to 6 upon 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11, which in solving we get 6.67 into 10 raised to 24 kg. So 6.67 into 10 raised to 24 kg, that is option B, is the correct answer. Question 11. A force of 75 Newton acts on a body of mass 2.5 kg. At a certain point, the intensity of the gravitational field at that point is. Now to solve this question, we know intensity of gravitational field at point. Gravitational field at a point is equal to gravitational force upon mass, which is equal to 75 upon 2.5, which gives us 30 Newton per kg. So option B 30 Newton per kg is the correct answer. Question 12. W is the weight of man on the surface of the earth. What would be the weight W dash if he goes to a height h equal to the radius of the earth from the surface of the earth? So now we know W dash upon W is equal to mg dash upon mg, which is equal to r square upon r plus h the whole square, which is equal to r square upon 4r square, which is equal to 1 by 4. So W dash upon W is equal to 1 by 4. W dash is equal to W by 4. So option C W by 4 is the correct answer. Question 13. If the radius of the earth were to be shrink by 1% without a change in its mass, then the acceleration due to gravity on the earth's surface, option A, would increase, option B would decrease, option C would remain unchanged, option D may increase or decrease. So we know G is inversely proportional to square of distance, square of radius. G dash is greater than G if R is decreased. So option A would increase is the correct answer. Question 14. The acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the moon is equal to 1 by 6 the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth. What will be the mass of the steel ball on the surface of the moon if its mass on the surface of the earth is 6 kg? So now we know that there is no change in the mass. Change in gravity produces change in the weight. So there is no change in the mass. So option C 6 kg is the correct answer. No change in mass. Change in G produces change in weight. Change in weight. Question 15. A simple pendulum has a periodic time t1 when it is on the surface of the earth of radius r. Its periodic time is t2 when it is taken to the height r above the earth's surface. The value of t2 is to t1 is. Now to solve this question, we know t1 is equal to 2 pi square root of L by g. G dash is equal to g upon 1 plus r upon r square, which is equal to g by 4. T2 is equal to 2 pi square root of 4l upon g. So T2 upon T1 is equal to square root of 4l upon g into g by l, which is equal to square root of 4, which gives us 2. So option C, 2 is the correct answer. Question 16. Two identical spheres, each of mass m and radius r, are separated by a distance 3r. The force of attraction between them is proportional to. Now we know F is equal to G m1 m2 upon d square. G, mass is volume into density, 4 upon 3 pi r cube into d, 4 upon 3 pi r cube into d. Here we get 3r square. So F is directly proportional to r raised to 6 upon r square. So F is directly proportional to r raised to 4. So option B, r raised to 4, is the correct answer. 17. If the mass of the earth remains constant but the diameter of the earth becomes 2 times its present value, then the weight of the person weighing 80 kg weight would be. Now we know weight is equal to mg, which is m, value for g is gm upon r square. W dash is equal to gmm upon 2r square, which is equal to 1 by 4 gmm upon r square, which on solving we get 1 by 4 w. So w dash is equal to 80 by 4, which is equal to 20 kg weight. So option A, 20 kg weight, is the correct answer. Question number 18. A man weighs 60 kg at the earth's surface. The radius of the earth is 6400 km. At what height above the earth's surface his weight becomes 30 kg weight? Now to solve this question, we know the weight of the man is reduced from 60 kg to 30 kg. So height g dash, at height g dash, it will be g by 2. So now we know that g dash upon g is equal to 1 by 2, which is equal to r square upon r plus h the whole square, taking r square common. So 1 upon 1 plus h by r the whole square. So now this can be written as 2 is equal to 1 plus h upon r the whole square. So 1 plus h upon r is equal to square root of 2. So h by r is equal to square root of 2 minus 1. Square root of 2, the value for square root of 2 is 1.414 minus 1. So value for h by r is equal to 0.414. So h is equal to 0.414 r. So 0.414, and value for r, which is given 6400, on solving we get 2650 km. So option C, 2650 km, is the correct answer. Question 19. What would be the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the planet if its radius is 1 by 4 the radius of the earth and its mass is 1 by 18th the mass of the earth? Now to solve this question, we know g, the acceleration due to gravity on the planet upon acceleration due to gravity on the earth, is equal to gmp upon rp square upon gme upon re square, which is equal to mp upon me multiplied by re upon rp का square. Now 1 by 80 into 4 upon 1 square, which is equal to 1 by 5. So gp upon g is equal to 1 by 5. So gp can be written as g upon 5. So option B, g upon 5, is the correct answer. Number 20. If the density of the earth is doubled by keeping its radius constant, then the acceleration due to gravity will be. Now to solve this question, we know mass of the earth. Mass of the earth is volume into density, which is 4 upon 3 pi r cube into rho, that is density. So g is equal to gm upon r square. G upon r square, we can substitute the value for mass. which is 4 upon 3 pi r cube rho, which is 4 upon 3 pi r rho g. Since we can say g, that is acceleration to gravity, is directly proportional to the density, r and g are constant. If density is doubled, so g dash is equal to 2 times g, so 2 into 9.8, which is equal to 19.6 meter per second square. So option C, 19.6 meter per second square, is the correct answer. Question 21. If r is the radius of the earth and g the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth, then the mean density of the earth is. Now to calculate mean density, we know g is equal to gm upon r square, where g upon r square, we can substitute the value for mass, that is volume into density, 4 upon 3 pi r cube d, which is equal to 4 pi g r d upon 3. So value for d is equal to 3g upon 4 pi gr. So option A, 3g upon 4 pi gr, is the correct answer. 22. The masses of the two planets are in the ratio 1:2. Their radii are in the ratio 1:2. The acceleration due to gravity on the planets are in the ratio. Now we know g is equal to gm upon r square. g1 upon g2 is equal to m1 upon r1 square into r2 square upon m2, which is equal to 1 upon 2 into 4 upon 1, which gives us 2 upon 1. So g1 upon g2 are in ratio 2:1. So option D, 2:1, is the correct answer. Question 23. A body weighs 700 gram on the surface of the earth. How much will it weigh on the surface of the planet whose mass is 1/7 and the radius is half that of the earth? Now to solve this question, we know g is equal to gm upon r square. Gravity at a planet is equal to g into m/7 upon r/2 square, which is equal to 4/7 gm upon r square, which is equal to 4/7 g. Weight is equal to mg, which is equal to 700 into 4 upon 7, which on solving we get 400 gram weight. So option D, 400 gram weight, is the correct answer. Question 24. A satellite of mass 2000 kg is revolving around the earth in a circular orbit of radius 4 into 10 raised to 4 kilometer. The gravitational force exerted by the satellite on the earth is. Mass of the earth is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg. Gravitational constant G is equal to 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Option A, 5 into 10 raised to 8 Newton. Option B, 5 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. Option C, 5 into 10 raised to 5 Newton. And option D, 5 into 10 raised to 4 Newton. Now force F is equal to Gmn upon d square. On substituting the values, we get 5 into 10 raised to 8. So option A, 5 into 10 raised to 8 Newton, is the correct answer. Question 25. A mass of 1 kg is suspended by a string. It is lifted up with acceleration 4.9 meter per second square, lowered with acceleration of 4.9 meter per second square. Then the ratio of the tensions in the string in the two cases is. Now to solve this question, we know T1 upon T2 is equal to m g plus a upon m g minus a, which is equal to 9.8 into 4.9, 9.8 plus 4.9, as it is plus addition over here. This is 9.8 minus 4.9, which gives us 3 upon 1. So option A, 3:1, is the correct answer. Question 26. A simple pendulum of length L is taken from Earth to the planet where the acceleration due to gravity is doubled. What should be its new length so that its periodic time is not changed? Now to solve this question, we know that for a simple pendulum, L is directly proportional to T square G. Therefore, L2 upon L1 is equal to 2. So option B, 2L, is the correct answer. Question 27. Two bodies of equal masses go around a circle of radius r under the action of their mutual gravitational attraction. the speed v of each body is given by. Now we know that gmm upon 2r the whole square is equal to mv square upon r, which gives us gmm upon 4r square is equal to mv square upon r. M gets cancelled, r and square gets cancelled. We are left with gm upon 4 is equal to v square. Therefore, v square can be now written as, or v can be now written as 1 upon 2 square root of gm upon r. So option B, 1 by 2 square root of gm upon r is the correct answer. 28. Unit for g for capital G is, now we know unit for small g is equal to meter per second square. Unit for capital G is equal to unit for capital G is equal to Newton meter square upon kg square, which is equal to kg meter into meter square upon s square into kg square. So G upon capital G on solving we get kg per meter square. So option B, kg per meter square is the correct answer. Question 29. The acceleration due to gravity on the moon is 1 by 6th of that of the earth. If the man can jump up to a height of 1 meter on the surface of the earth, how high he can jump on the surface of the moon? Now we know mghe is equal to mg by 6 into hm. The value of hm, height at moon, will be 6 meter. So option C, 6 meter is the correct answer. Question 30. The radii of two planets are R1 and R2 respectively, and the densities are ρ1 and ρ2 respectively. The ratio of the acceleration due to gravity on their surfaces will be. So we know G is equal to gm upon r square. G and volume, mass can be written as volume into density. So 4 upon 3 pi r cube rho upon r square, which on solving we get 4 upon 3 pi r rho g. So g1 upon g2 is equal to r1 rho 1 upon r2 rho 2. So r1 rho 1 upon r2 rho 2, option C is the correct answer.